Hey, World Entertainment, and Kraven the Hunter, which is still to come out. As we know, in the States, it is officially rated R, which normally means on this side of the world, Britain, Ireland, Scotland, all those places, it would end up being 15s, a rating of 15s, maybe 16s, but it's normally 15s. Well, something weird has happened because there's a possibility that Kraven the Hunter could be in 18s this side of the world. Yeah, so we're going to have a look at this because this is weird. So it says, excitement for Kraven the Hunter, which is like open with a joke I suppose, appears relatively muted among comic book readers. Though its R rating has at least quipped the interest of violent action movie fans. What the hell kind of stupid statement is that? Of course, when a title leans too much into that, it runs the risk of feeling shockly. While the Sony Pictures movie has already received an R rating in the US for strong bloody violence and language, it appears we can expect it to be a hard R. The British Board of Film Classification has just rated a new Kraven the Hunter trailer 18s, a strong indication that the movie itself will boast the same rating. If it were a 15, then common sense says the trailer would be as well, because it's not like Sony is going to spend money upping the violence for a sneak peek. This means that, in the UK, no one under the age of 18 will be able to watch Kraven the Hunter. It's rare for a movie to be slapped with an 18 rating, and it obviously limits the number of moviegoers who are able to buy a ticket. Deadpool and Wolverine was a 15, which is typically considered the equivalent of an R. The difference, however, is that children are not allowed to attend a screening with an adult. An 18, on the other hand, is basically an NC-17. This is the filmmaker who previously said this. I'm extremely proud of the work we have all done together on Kraven, and when the movie finally gets its chance to be seen, I think it's going to surprise the hell out of a lot of people. Sony probably doesn't want me to lead with this, but the story is a tragedy. When the final credits roll on this film, if you've been paying attention, you won't have the feeling that this is all to end great. Okay, so it says a new trailer for Kraven the Hunter is expected to be released any day now, so stay tuned for updates, yada yada yada. Kraven the Hunter is a visceral, action-packed origin story of how and why one of Marvel's most iconic villains came to be, minus Spider-Man. So then it just waffles on about the movie. The fact that they're possibly saying that this movie could have an 18s rating in the UK, which if it's 18s in the UK, it ends up being 18s in Ireland for some reason. Sometimes if a movie is 15s, it ends up being 16s here in Ireland. Now, the problem they're going to have, and they kind of allude to it here by saying it's relatively muted, the whole chitter chatter about this movie as is. You slap on an R rating onto that, you are obviously limiting the amount of people who can go and see it. You know, you're not getting the young fans in there to see it, to boost up your ticket sales. You slap an 18s onto it, well, you're even removing teenagers from getting to go and see this thing. For the most part, to be honest, a lot of cinemas don't really check, and they don't particularly care for some reason most of the time. But let's take it this way, if you're already limited by lack of interest for your movie, to then slap an 18s onto it, that's not convincing anyone of the age of 18 and over to go and see it. That's not like they're going to go, ooh, it's 18, we need to see it now. No, they're still not going to have any interest in it. It's just the tickets you could have sold for kids obviously is not there. It's non-existent. 15s, normally you get, now the age ratings, I think I said this in a video before, this side of the world is interesting. You normally have your universal PG 12s, and then you get 15s, and then you can get a 15s A, which is 15s accompanied. So kids could go as long as they're accompanied by an adult. Then Ireland introduced 16s. I don't think that's in the UK, but that is here. And then you get 18s. 12s is the equivalent of a PG-13. Now, PG-13 can go either way. It can either land as a 12s or a 15s. It used to almost always land on the 15s. Now it always pretty much goes as a 12s. So when all the Marvel movies go, oh, it's a PG-13, it's 12s here. So adding an 18 certificate. Now again, this is just because a trailer had a 18s warning on it apparently. Don't know what this trailer is or where it's from. I haven't seen it. I'm assuming, the way they're saying it, I'm assuming that it was some sort of short, maybe? I don't know. But they are flat out saying it looks like if it's 18s in the trailer, they're going to make it 18s on the big screen. That is going to very much limit your views on the movie. Again, for a movie no one really has interest in. And then, of course, you add the problem of if they're trying to bring Venom into the Spider-Man universe, or vice versa, bring Spider-Man into the Venom universe, which is where this movie is going to fall into. How exactly is that going to work? How could you put out an 18s and then try and maybe add him into Spider-Man? That's going to be very messy. We'll see what happens. It'll probably be 15s, but who knows? At this stage, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't even get released at this stage in this side of the world. Cinemas might just go, there's no interest for this, we're not taking it. They probably will. I have no doubt they will. But like, there's no push for this thing. No one's talking about it. Until videos like this come up, no one even remembers that this movie is even coming out. So we'll wait and actually see what happens with it. But it's interesting to see what the age rating might actually be. That it might be higher, the highest it can go this side of the world. Good luck to them. But anyway, with that, I will leave it there for this one. So cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.